In the late 1950s, Chicago blues guitarist Buddy Guy introduced a unique sound. It was loud and distorted. It inspired many better-known musicians to play the guitar the way he did. Earlier this month, the Kennedy Center recognized Guy for a career of cultural influence, and he talked with Gayle King about his place in music history.
Here's that thing that woke up playing and
This is the first song Buddy Guy learned as a child.
well, my mama don't lie me.
John Lee Hooker's Boogie Chillin'.
Just to stay out all night long.
Now 76, he sounds as good as ever
Yes, my mama don't lie me.
on acoustic guitar.
Stop by my daughter's house.
But the magic
I
happens
just want to use the phone.
when Guy is amplified and in front of a crowd. Part showman and all blues.
You're supposed to go on 4.
Okay,
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. See?
that was
What-
good.
Yeah.
Bringing a sense of rhythm even
the
to our
studio.
interview.
You saw guitar and you saw what?
Why
Why you loved it so?
Because I wanted to do something nobody else could do. Like a so dumb. I want to stand out like a so dumb.
The son of a Louisiana sharecropper,
The first time I met the blues.
Guy built his first guitar using wire pulled from window screens.
And then those mosquitoes would come in, and my mom said, I know I put a screen at that window, and these mosquitoes are in that house. And they go look, it was all stripped out. And
Because Buddy had taken the screen.
and took all the little
To
wires
make a
out,
guitar.
Make a guitar string.
His parents eventually brought him a real guitar, then encouraged their son to give up working in the fields to follow his dream of playing on stage.
And your father said what to you?
Go.
He said, you gotta go.
Yeah, because I was
19, what year was that?
1957.
1957.
8:40 in the morning, Hammond, Louisiana. And I got in the back of the train and watched the rails as they fade away,
Heading to Chicago.
heading to Chicago.
Soon after he arrived, Guy was performing in the city's best-known clubs, but for little pay.
I was in the famous blues club, and I hadn't eaten 3 days. And all I was telling people that I was hungry, and they was like, oh man, you can play like that, you're not hungry.
He was meeting blues legends like Muddy Waters.
You two bonded over salami of all things.
He had brought it, because that's what I was telling people. I was trying to get some salami.
The blues hit Guy hard in the 1960s. Black audiences were moving to the music of Motown, and blues clubs were closing. The festival circuit offered a new stage and a broader audience.
You know,
Yeah.
I went to go see you at B.B. King's Club in New York.
Yes.
I met a guy at the club, Sparky is his name, who's a promoter, and he said, no flies in the buttermilk. No flies in the buttermilk. And I go, what does that mean? He said, well, the audience is primarily white.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, me and B.B. King talks about that now.
I get
You
the
know-
sense you don't really care what color the audience is.
No, because music speaks in all colors.
Yeah,
You know,
it does.
music don't have a color.
Buddy Guy's unique style was now influencing artists all around the world. Clapton, Santana, Hendrix. But life on the road was ruining relationships at home.
I dedicated myself to the music, and both of my ex-wives will come now and say, I'm glad you took the guitar instead of me.
Why?
I still help them.
You have
8 children.
8 children.
Yeah, between the two, 6 and 2.
Do you have regrets that your marriages didn't work out?
You know, that's a good question. I don't know, because if I had stayed there, one of them told me it's me and the guitar, and I took the guitar.
Tell me, what is it about the guitar that makes you so happy? Clearly.
Because I can make people smile who probably angry sometimes.
By the 1980s, rock and roll giants inspired by Buddy Guy were collaborating with him. And before long, in spite of that Jerry curl, he was in the mainstream and on MTV.
How do we explain the Jerry curl?
Everybody else had it.
Okay. Aren't we glad those days are over?
Now, you know, my glad part was it just took them so long to do it. You know, I'm sitting in that chair, they're going to sleep and waking up and they rolling.
The accolades finally arrived.
Buddy Guy.
6 Grammys, a National Medal of the Arts from President George W. Bush.
Amazing evening.
And earlier this year,
We were trying to get you to have a sing that.
an impromptu White House performance with President
Baby, don't you wanna go?
Barack Obama.
What was that moment like for you? Here you are, as you said, a sharecropper's son. You're now at the White House.
Sweet home Chicago.
You are now singing with the president.
A dream come true or something you couldn't dream of.
Buddy Guy.
This month,
Buddy-o.
Guy returned to Washington,
Buddy.
a Kennedy Center honoree.
Your blues brought us together. I think that's something to sing about.
That's a long way from picking cotton. Yes, yes. That's a very blessing. Somebody is looking down on me from somewhere. Yep.
Great stuff.
Really cool.
Makes you want to go to Jarvis's old stomping ground, Chicago. and
Chi-Town.
And Legends Bar, right?
Buddy Guy Legends. Yeah, there's a lot of dancing in that bar. It's a fun one.
Eric Clapton said, 25 years ago, said Buddy Guy's the best guitarist alive.
I think he was on point with that.
Good stuff.
And he's 76 and still doing it.
Yeah, he's doing great.
It's
Good for
incredible.
him.
All right, you can watch the tribute to Buddy Guy, plus other honorees, including